Hey mathematicians, let's do your homework. Okay, so for this first one, I actually don't want you to look at the numbers. I just want you to start by thinking about the positives and negatives and rules for multiplying them. Okay, so this is a solution of p equals 4.5. There are two ways you can solve this type of problem. You can solve A, solve B, solve C, solve D, see which one gives you an answer of 4.5, or you can check to see if 4.5 works when you solve the problem. I'm going to go that way because that way is a little bit faster when it comes to the rules that I'm going to talk about. And I'm not actually going to check if negative 2 times 4.5 equals 9 because I'm going to check first, does a negative number times this is positive number equal a positive number? No, a negative times a positive equals a negative. So without even doing any math, just knowing my integer operation rules, I can rule A out. That is not going to be the right answer. Even if 2 times 4.5 equals 9, which it does, I don't need to do that because I already know that the negative and the positive symbols are not going to work out. B, positive 7 times positive 4.5. Again, not multiplying, just checking. Does a positive times a positive make a negative answer? No, all of our times tables, like 2 times 3, those are positive numbers, and the answer is not negative 6. So again, no math, just my integer rules. Does a negative 7 times a positive 4.5 equal a negative answer? Negative times positive is negative. Yes, that's true. I don't know if the numbers are true yet, but that is true that the signs work out, and I'm going to check D before I actually do some math. D says 2 plus P, 2 plus 4.5 equals 4.7. We need to think quickly about our place values. This is my ones place, my whole numbers. This is my tenths place. It is less than a whole number. So I'm looking at that 2. Is that 2 wholes or 0.2? That looks like 2 wholes to me, so it's going to get added to the 4 wholes. We can even call it 2.0. Does that make 4.7? No, actually that makes 6.5. So this is not a true statement, and I don't even have to multiply with decimals. C must be my answer. For 2, we are going to rewrite, our scratch work is to rewrite these word phrases as algebraic phrases or expressions or inequalities or equations. So the sum means I'm adding, of 5 and t. Okay, so I'm going to add 5 plus t. I do my t's with this little curvy bit so that it doesn't look like a plus sign. Is greater than, I know it says is, but we got to read the whole thing. Is greater than kind of goes together. That is a greater than symbol. 18. For more than, the quotient means the answer to a dividing problem, of 20 and r. So the problem is 20 divided by r. We're going to add 4 more than that. 2 is less than or equal to, is less than or equal to. 2 is less than or equal to the product means the answer to multiplying problem. I'm going to be multiplying g and 9, and I'm actually going to write it this way because in algebra, numbers are more important than letters, and they come first. Last one, the difference means I'm subtracting, of t and 2, t minus 2, is means equals 12. You're looking for the one that is an equation. We went over the rules and the differences between equations, inequalities, and expressions today. We want the equation. Now, when you get a problem like this, I'm looking right away, and I see that all of these circles are on 2. So I'm actually not super concerned with the actual math because I'm guessing the answer is going to be 2. I'm more concerned with what kind of circle I'm going to be using and which direction my arrow is going to go. So looking at this inequality symbol, I can see it has an or equal to, which means it's not going to be C or D. Those are open circles, and or equal to is a closed circle. So now I'm going to look at this as a less than or equal to. Less than looks an awful lot like the letter L, which goes to the left. B is going to be my solution set. The value of x, what number for x makes this equation true? Forget about guessing and checking. Let's just solve it. I want x to be alone, and right now negative 70 or minus 70 is bothering it. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to do positive or plus 70 to both sides. If you're confused by the way this looks, then you can make yourself a little chart. 70 positives and 50 negatives. Which team wins? Is your answer going to be positive or negative? It's going to be positive. And do you add these two numbers or subtract them? Well, they're on opposite teams, so we're going to subtract them. Last problem. After a $320 paycheck, pause, don't keep reading, paycheck. That's when you get paid. That a positive or a negative thing? I think getting paid is a good thing. After you get $320, Patrick had is the past tense of has, which we learned today means equals $450 in the account. Which equation can be used to find M? So we're going to need an M in there. The amount of money Patrick had in his bank account before he got paid. So we have money, and then we get paid, and now we have $450. Find the equation that matches that. You're done.